All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about how we properly set up the pressures on our Oxyfuel torch using acetylene. So this is a standard chart you would see from most brands and what they offer in their equipment. If you buy a torch outfit, this chart will come in there along with a book on how to properly set things up. The different types of cutting tips you have matter. There's different configurations of these cutting tips. So you'll see on this chart, it's set up for a series 1-101 and a 3-101. Just so you know, it's not going to always cover everything, but these settings do work really well on most torches from my experience. So you can see in the very left column, we have material thickness, then a tip size. Then next thing we have is a cutting pressure of oxygen, and then a preheat oxygen. Then we have an acetylene pressure, and then how fast we can go, it's the speed in inches per minute, and then how wide the kerf is, or how wide the cut of your torch is going to make. So with material thickness and the tip size, so it should be noted that every time you're going to change material thicknesses to a certain extent, you really should change your tip size to get a better quality cut. That being said, I've used a double-aught tip, and I've cut really thin stuff and fairly thick stuff all with that same tip by following the pressure for the oxygen and acetylene for the other thicknesses, even though I haven't switched out the tip, and I still get a pretty decent cut. So let's take a look. We're going to be cutting 3/16 material is what our project will be out of. So it's really right between 1/8 and 1/4. The size tips we have usually are somewhere between the aught, the double-aught, or the triple-aught. I think usually we carry double-aught. So you'll see right away the oxygen should be set at 20 to 25 on the pressure. Now, when it says preheat oxygen, that's the cones, the smaller coned tips of the flame. And basically, when you initially turn on the oxygen and you barely crack it open to adjust the flame, you're setting about a 3 to 5 psi on those cones. And then when you hit the lever, that's what you've set at the regulator, the 20 to 25. And then finally, your acetylene, having that somewhere between 3 to 5 psi will typically allow you to cut somewhere between 20 and 30 inches per minute. So typically when even using a double-aught tip, I will go slightly less on my oxygen. I might go 18 to 20 on my oxygen. I hardly ever go up to 25. And my acetylene is definitely around 3 to 5. Now, if I'm going down thinner, like it says an 1/8 inch, I'm more at, for sure, 18 on oxygen and about 3 on acetylene. All right, so you can see with these tips, we can cut really thick material, and the best quality cut you're going to get is by actually adjusting your pressure for both acetylene and oxygen appropriate for material thickness. The only thing you need to be aware of on top of all this is that you should never set your acetylene above 15 psi. Above 15 psi, it starts to become unstable, and above 30 psi, it can self-combust. So you'll notice on the regulator, there's a big bar colored in saying that there's danger ahead. Okay, good luck.